This question goes to Raj first. Should No Child Left Behind be repealed, and what role, if any, should the federal government have in public education?
Well, public education is something near and dear to my heart. In the Kansas legislature, I always voted in ways that would support public education and to make sure that every Kansan had the same opportunity to learn and get a high-quality public education. You know what we heard a lot in the legislature from business leaders was to succeed, to grow, we need a highly skilled, highly trained workforce. And so I think that we must have, it is one of the hallmarks of America's greatness, is to have a strong public education system. As for the role of the federal government, I believe in higher standards. Education is the backbone of our family. My parents immigrated here and came from literally dirt when they immigrated to our great state 40 years ago. And so we stop at nothing to promote education and to make sure that in our family and everything that we do, that education is at the cornerstone of that. But at the same time, standardized testing, which No Child Left Behind was absolutely rooted in, sometimes does not capture the full texture and the way that we can educate a child. So we need to do things that improve student outcomes at the federal level. Increasing teacher training and teacher retention is very important. And we must fund our public schools, both at the state level and the local level, where the bulk of public funding comes from. It actually does not come from the federal government, and I think that balance should continue with local control.
Mike, should No Child Left Behind be repealed, and what role, if any, should the federal government have in public education?
Yes, it should be repealed, and almost none. We have fundamental views, although I'm not sure I heard whether he thought No Child Left Behind should be repealed or not, the core of the question. I may have missed it. I've talked to a lot of teachers. There were noble intentions behind No Child Left Behind. I think folks were trying to get at standardization, making sure that every student had an opportunity to succeed. No one can disagree with the premise or the objective of that. We all want that. We want it for our kids and the kids of all our friends and family. We're certainly for that. When you send $1 to Washington, D.C., and send a fraction of that back to come tell our local schools how to run their school districts, I just think that's wrong. I think the federal government's role in local education is intensely limited. We make our best decisions about how to raise our children, whether that's in homeschooling or charter schools, or public schools or private schools, right here in this room and right here in the 4th District of Kansas. I'll gain no special talent when I go to Washington, D.C. about how to tell USD 259 or the school district in Hoboken, New Jersey about how to run their schools when I go to Washington, D.C. And so we need to devolve power here to the local schools.